Welcome to the Church on Main service. This is the youth service and we are streaming from the mill. Just some announcements before we begin.
Treasure House activities are a reminder to parents with kids that activities are sent out every Saturday. So if you'd like to receive these activities, email Church on Main so you can be added to the list and you can receive those activities.
Tithe and offering. Just a reminder that tithe and offerings are still being accepted and are very much appreciated.
The COVID Fund has been set up and is supporting those in the community who are struggling during this time. Part of the initiative is the pizza night. So if you'd like to purchase some delicious pizzas every night, we'd really appreciate it because all of that profit goes into the COVID Fund.
Now for a time of worship. Enjoy.
I searched the world, but it couldn't fill me. Man's empty praise, the treasures that fade, were never enough. Then you came along, you put me back together. With every desire now satisfied here in your love. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you, Lord. There's nothing, nothing is better than you. Oh, I'm not afraid to show you my weakness, my failures and flaws. Lord, you've seen them all. You call me friend, 'cause the God of the mountains is the God of the valley, and there's not a place your mercy and grace won't find me again. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you, Lord. There's nothing, nothing is better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you, Lord. There's nothing, nothing is better than you. You turn mourning to dancing, you give beauty for ashes. You turn shame into glory. You're the only one who can. You turn mourning to dancing. You give beauty for ashes. You turn shame into glory. You're the only one who can. And you turn graves into gardens. You turn bones into armies. You turn seas into highways. You're the only one who can. God, you're the only one who can. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you. Oh, there's nothing, nothing is better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you. Oh, nothing is better than you. Oh, there's nothing, nothing is better than you. You give life, you are love. You bring light to darkness. You give hope, you restore every heart that's broken. Great are you, Lord. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you, holy Lord. As you give life, you are love. You bring light to darkness. You give hope. You restore every heart that is broken. Great are you, Lord. 'Cause it's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only, Lord. And all the earth will shout your praise. Our hearts will cry, these bones will sing. Great are you, Lord. Sing all the earth will shout your praise. Our hearts will cry, these bones will sing. Great are you, Lord. Oh, all the earth will shout your praise. Our hearts will cry, these bones will sing. Great are you, Lord. It's your breath. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only, Lord. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. Pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only, Lord.
You unravel me with the melody. You surround me with the song of deliverance from my enemies, till all my fears are gone. And I'm no longer a slave to fear, and I am child of God, and I'm no longer a slave to fear, and I am a child of God. You unravel me with a melody, you surround me with the song of deliverance from my enemies, till all my fears are gone, and I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God, and I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. From my mother's womb, you have chosen me. Oh, love has called my name. I've been born again into your family. Your blood flows through my veins, and I'm no longer a slave to fear. And I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. You split the sea so I could walk right through it. My fears were drowned in perfect love. You rescued me so I could stand and sing. I am a child of God. You split the sea so I could walk right through it. My fears were drowned in perfect love. You rescued me so I could stand and sing. I am a child of God. I am a child of God, and I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God, and I'm no longer a slave to fear. And I am a child of God, and I am a child of God, and I am a child of God.
Hey guys, I'm Jordan, and my wife Justine is behind the camera. You probably don't know us. We are normally part of the Mill PM service, but we also are involved in leading the youth along with Katie, Jen, and Tim. They couldn't be here today, but we've been meeting on a Friday on Zoom since COVID. And it's actually been really cool. It's been such a privilege to just hang out and chat with this bunch of guys and girls. It's been a great time. Over the past couple months, we've been going through the Screwtape Letters. If you don't know, it's a book by C.S. Lewis. Flipping good book. I highly suggest giving it a read. It's basically a story in the form of a bunch of letters written by a senior demon or devil to his nephew. It sounds kind of dark, but it's really good. Yeah, and if you are in high school or grade 7, you can join us on Friday evenings to read it with us. I think we can get the link in the description probably, or you can probably go to the com website and find information about that if you're keen to join. Yeah, so it's been so cool tonight to just have the youth taking over the meeting. They've been doing worship and announcements, and you'll hear from them now. We thought it'd be really cool to just hear from them and see what's been going on in their lives, what God's been doing during this absolutely crazy season. Yeah, so we asked them all to just shoot a couple of them to shoot a quick clip of how they've been doing, what's been up, what God's been telling them. And yeah, I thought before we do that, I'll maybe just share a bit about what's been happening in my life. It's been a bit of a crazy season for us. I don't think hasn't been crazy for anyone. It's just, oh man, it's insane. But yeah, so God's been speaking to me a lot about just spending time with him, and it sounds so basic, and it is. It's such a basic thing, and that's like, I was actually kind of hesitant to share it because it seems just so basic. Like it's just such a fundamental part of our Christian walk. But like, I'm gonna be super honest. It's something I've been struggling with, and everyone I've spoken to, most people I've spoken to, it seems like there's a common thread where life is just hectic. There's no time. I don't know. It's just the schedules are packed, and I keep using the word crazy, but that's the only thing to describe it. Like, life is crazy right now, and it's been so difficult to just find time to spend with God. And yeah, I mean, just trying to figure out why. Like, why is it so difficult? I just realized as things got hectic, we sort of just, I mean, for me personally, I feel like I just went, okay, God, just hop in the backseat for a bit. I got this for now. I'll chat to you just now once I've sort of managed to calm stuff down a bit. And yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think when you wake up in the morning, for me, I like to do my quiet times or spend time with God in the mornings. And when I wake up in the morning and I've got this massive task list, the last thing I want to do is sit and just find an hour of time to, while that task list is just getting bigger, it's so difficult to make that time, basically. And I'm just being super honest here. I found myself in sort of like this weird cycle of just like coming to God and being like, oh God, I'm so sorry, it's been so long. It's like, this life is hectic, you understand, it's crazy. But here I am, here's some, oh, you're good, you're great in that. And then a couple minutes, week goes by, and here I am again. Oh God, I'm so sorry, it's been so long. And yeah, for the past little while, God's been saying to me, it's okay. It's so chilled. He's been saying, I don't need you. Which is, it's a weird thing to hear, because God doesn't need us. Which, when you say it, so let's read Acts 17. Says, God's not served by human hands, as though he needed anything, since he himself gives to all mankind life and breath and everything. And it sounds super obvious. God doesn't need us. He created us. He created everything we do. But for some reason, we get this, for me, I get this thing where subconsciously I feel like it's my duty to have my quiet time. It's my duty to worship him, as if like me not worshiping him, like he needs my affection for some reason. He doesn't, but he wants me. He wants us. And that's crazy. He doesn't need us, but he wants us. I think we can get so wrapped up sometimes in so focused on just trying to love God, to put all our efforts on, my quiet time now so I can love God. I come to church and worship Him so I can love God. And we forget that it is actually a two-way street. And it's weird because this is not a thing we think about often, but I think it's so important, is God wants to love on us also a little bit. The whole Bible is literally one big story on how much God just desperately wants to love us. God desperately just wants that relationship with us. At the extents He will go to love us, even though He doesn't need us, even though He gains nothing from it. He just wants to love us. And that's super cool, because that means that when we realize, it's okay to just come to God and be like, God, I'm empty. God, I have no energy. God, I'm so tired. I'm so anxious. I don't, we have that space to just come and just let Him love us. And it becomes so easy to then just hang out with God and just learn His heart, learn who He is, and just let Him fill us. We all know Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all you are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. In the chaos, God wants to be there with us. Not just when stuff is going right, and then when stuff gets a bit hectic, when life just honestly just gets a bit busy. Sometimes we can just shove Him over to the back seat and just be like, hold on, when there's time, I'll get to you. In all the craziness and all the chaos, God just wants to be there. He wants to be part of that chaos. He doesn't want to be put on pause while everything's going crazy. He's so many times He describes in the Bible what He is. He is our joy. He is our peace. He is our comforter. He is our strength. He is our shepherd. He guides us. He so badly wants to be there to comfort us. He just wants to give us a big hug. When Jesus and the disciples were on the boat, Jesus was sleeping and the storm was going crazy and the disciples were freaking out like, we're going to die. And they go wake Jesus up and like, Jesus, help us. And the first thing that Jesus says is, He gets up, calms the storm. He's like, guys, don't you know me? You have little faith. Don't you know who I am? And there is comfort, there is peace in knowing God. It's so easy to make that time for God when it's just all that's expected is just to hang out, for Him to get to know us, for us to get to know Him. And it's so easy to love Him then, and so easy to make that time to love Him when it's an overflow of His love for us. So it's super simple. It's just something that's been going through my mind. It's something that God's been speaking to me and challenging me on. And I don't know, I don't think I'm the only one. If you can relate to this, then I want to challenge you. Just make that one day commitment. Just take it one day at a time, make space, and just let God love you. Just spend some time, no pressure to do anything, and just let God love you. We're going to hear from some of the youth also what's been happening in their hearts and what God's been doing for them during lockdown, even just, what lockdown's been like for them. And then we'll go into a time of worship again afterwards. And
I think that one of the main things I've noticed during this time is that even though we've been so lucky to be able to watch the sermons online and to be able to listen to the worship online, there's just such an importance of gathering together as a church community, and it's just so special to be able to spend time together, just chatting and spending time together and worshiping together and praying together. Like it says in James 5:16, therefore confess your sins unto each other and pray for each other, so that you may be healed. The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. And then another verse that I just wanted to read out was from Matthew 18, verse 20, where it says, for where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am among them. So not only when we gather as a church are we gathering together, but we are also gathering together with God, which I think is just so special and important that He is there with us all the time.
Good morning, Church on Main. Before anything else, I'd like to say a huge thank you to the amazing youth leaders that have been leading a Friday night Zoom call since the beginning of lockdown. So thank you to Jordan, Justine, Jen, Katie and Tim. Youth has been an amazing time to connect with our friends and just share what God has put on our hearts. For me, God has said that we must be kind to one another during this time. So whether it's a phone call, a text message or a meal, just ask God what He wants you to do for a family or friend today.
It's been such a blessing being able to lead youth on Friday nights with an amazing team of youth leaders, and leading this group of youth has been such a privilege. It's so exciting to see young hearts so on fire for God, and just the hunger and the want to learn more about His character, and seeing their own personal walks with Christ grow and develop is so exciting and just so rewarding. I think all of us as Christians, when lockdown happened, felt incredibly isolated and cut off from community. And what was so exciting to see was that when we started doing our meetings on Zoom, our youth meetings on Zoom, we still were able to have incredible sessions, and I feel like as a group we just grew tighter and got to know each other better and formed deeper relationships with each other. And I think it's just testament to how God can bring blessing out of every circumstance. And like I said, it's just a privilege to be able to grow and learn with this amazing group of people.
So my relationship with God has been very up and down recently. Like with the virus and everything, He's really tested my faith in many ways, but I feel like I'm in a good place with Him. It's been a rocky road. We've obviously been quarantining as everyone else, but I've really enjoyed it. It's been nice being with my family, and I've enjoyed online school. But at the moment now we're trusting Him for quite a few things, and He's really tested my faith. But I feel like I'm in a good place with Him, and I think this is also helped with by the youth, the comm youth. I really appreciate them as a community and as a people. That's the same thing. But yeah, they're such amazing and inspiring people, and they've been amazing during this time. My relationship with God has definitely grown in this time.
Oh, hello. How's it going? Recently in youth lessons, we were talking about screw tape letters, and but actually, when we read these stories, you get there's a deeper understanding to everything, right? Like if you read a novel, there's always something else hidden inside. So we've been learning about plenty of things inside, and yeah, I'm pretty sure one of them was trying to keep together and just maintain yourself, keeping control, just trusting God, and just like believe that He has a plan for you. And now we've been going through a hard time personally, but just keeping yourself together, and just keep going, but trusting God, just that He will make a way and a plan.
Hey, my name is Faye. I found this year really stressful. My dad just went through a lawsuit, which was very traumatic for our whole family. Our finances have been tough, and not being able to see my friends was also really stressful. But I have been able to spend more time praying with the Lord, and also just taken more time thinking about the things that are important to me and the passions that I have, and just focusing on those things. I have also seen many miracles, especially around my dad's lawsuit. It has been very encouraging, especially to my family and myself, just knowing that Jesus is with us and provides for us and provides protection for us. We just need to trust in Him.
our church, our main. For a lot of us, lockdown has been quite hard, not being able to visit family or friends or even just people in the community. But I've also been hearing people saying that lockdown has actually been a blessing in disguise. You know, how many times do you get to connect with your family at home for months on end? And I've also been enjoying aspects of lockdown, like having extra time to pursue hobbies and passions of mine. I've also been tuning into the once a week Zoom call on a Friday night for our youth and connecting with my friends on Zoom as well. I really hope to see you guys soon, and I hope you're all doing well.
Lord, you have my attention. I am focused on you. There's nothing else I can do. Lord, you have my attention. I am focused on you. There's nothing else I can do. In this quiet place, locked in your embrace, speak to me. Won't you speak to me? Speak to me. Oh Lord, Holy Father, all I need is you. Holy Father, all I need is you. Lord, you have my attention. I am focused on you. There's nothing else I can do. Lord, you have my attention. I am focused on you. There's nothing else I can do. In this quiet place, locked in your embrace, speak to me. Won't you speak to me? Speak to me. Oh Lord, Holy Father, all I need is you. Holy Father, give myself to you.
God, thank you so much. That we get to run into your arms. Thank you for who you are to us. That when we are just empty, when we're just so tired, God, we get to run to you. And you'll just hold us no matter what. That your arms are always ready for us. Oh God, thank you so much that we get to worship you. And not only do we get to worship you, but we also just get to hang out with you. Thank you for who you are, God. So we're going to end there. Just to remind you guys that there is no Zoom meeting this week. But feel free to just call someone and chat to them if you just want to hang out with them. Yeah, cool.